Hello everyone, this is Ibrahim Yunus and you are watching Time with Your Life Coach. A place to be to create the life you desire. A place to be to change yourself and change your life. And today our topic is 5 principles to consider in choosing a suitable partner. Right now, a lot of people have a certain belief system when it comes to choosing a partner. Well, I have been fortunate to work with several youths from senior high schools, colleges, universities, polytechnics. And I was shocked during some of our marriage seminars. I was shocked to realize that some people really fall in love just because the guy has maybe he's tall, he's fair, or maybe he has a certain 6 packs, or the lady is tall, or maybe the lady is fair, or she's chocolate, the lady is Coca-Cola. I was shocked to realize the number of youths that make this life journey based on this. First of all, you need to understand that love is not emotions. Emotions are actually chemical reactions that changes every 5 seconds. So that young lady, you see her curve shapes, her breasts, her buttocks, you go, wow, I love this lady. That is not love, that is a chemical reaction. You are going to see another lady and feel the same way, and see a second one, third one, and fourth. So what happened with the first one? That is why many marriage couples commit adultery. They confuse love with emotions. Please separate love with emotions. Now, what are these principles to consider? First of all, when I was at the college and I want to get married to my wife, my colleague said, no, we are all at the college, why should I marry my colleague? You need to understand that someone's opinion should not determine your choices in life, especially when it comes to relationship. That why should they marry their colleague, what and what and what? I say, well, I'll go on and marry with my colleagues. Today I'm married with my colleagues, we are blessed. We've given blessed with a son. And the funny thing is, most of these guys have completed, they have no girl, they don't have any woman. And so some are now making love with JSS ladies, JSS ladies. So many problems, It's very sad. Last I met one of them, said, oh, Yunus, I made a mistake. When I was at the college, there was this lady who loves me, but I felt like she's my colleague, she will not respect me. I said, look, it's not about that. Marriage is about responsibility. If one, some of the things they were telling me that they want to get masters, then they will marry SS lady. I said, look, it doesn't work that way. It's about responsibility. If one get PhD and marry a JSS lady, if you are irresponsible, she won't respect you. Marriage is about responsibility. It's not by age or those kind of things. It's very important. So what I did, I went on and got married. So now they are still suffering. I mean, you've been in the same school, you've studied the lady, you've studied the guy, and you couldn't choose. Is it when you come out, you don't even know somebody, a stranger? So these are some of the problems. The second thing that happened was that when I wanted to forward to university, I said, no, my wife, I'm going with you because you are very good. I'm building a future for my son, for you and myself. Let's go together. He said, no, don't do that. Don't go with her. Go alone. If you go with her, she will respect you. Well, I didn't mind them. I went further, went to the same university. Sometimes the same lecture hall, my lecturer said, is that your wife? I said, that's my wife. But then she has recently delivered my baby boy. After classes, she'll be breastfeeding my son. So that's your what? Sometimes I do her test for her, homework I do for her, some quizzes I do for her. I mean, who got her pregnant? This is not me. It's an activity, so I have to do some of these things. So fortunately, look at one surprising thing. When we were level 200 at the university, there was this American lottery they were doing. We all applied for some. When we completed, my wife had first class, I had second class upper, and she won the American lottery. Today as I'm speaking, she's outside. Last year, her mother was very sick. They needed 8,000, 9,000 there, but she just sent the money. If I'd listened to those my friends, what would have happened? Listen, don't let someone's opinion determine your choices in life. Your choices, your behavior, your character, your habit should be chosen by you by listening to God. Don't let somebody frustrate your life. So it's very important. Now let's come to the 5 principles. Well, some say there are 30 principles, some say there are 40 principles. Everybody and the principles is given. Some don't even believe there are any principle. If God say you divorce, you divorce. So they don't believe in any principle. Well, I once listened to my prophet. One man came with a camel and he was about to go and pray. He said, "Prophet, I want to ask you this question. Should I tie my camel and have faith in God and go and pray, or I should leave my camel, go to pray and have faith in God?" Do you know what prophet said? That tie your camel and have faith in God and go and pray. It's just like you saying that, should I hold the steer of my car and have faith in God, or I should leave it and have faith in God? The fact that you hold the steer of the car doesn't mean you won't have accident. Are you saying that people who have accident, they don't hold the steer? They hold the steer, but it's safer than you leave your steer and say, "Do I have faith in God?" It doesn't make sense. So these are some of the 5 principles to consider in choosing a partner. The first one is character. Yes, she's gorgeous, she has curved shape. What is her character? Yes, he's handsome, he's what and what. What is his character? But how do you know a woman character or a man character? Good. If she's a woman, find out how does her mother treat the father. 10 years to come, she will treat you the same way. Because monkey see, monkey do. There are certain things women do, not necessarily they want to, but they learn that from their mother. So find out how does her mother treat the father. Are you okay with that? If you are not, so how about the guy? Find out how does his father treat the mother. Are you okay with that? Because 10 years to come, he'll treat you the same way. It's very important. So these are the secrets to considering character. The second is spirituality. How spiritual is he? First, I used to bring spirituality before character, and I realized that there are some people that are very religious but they don't have character. So now I have changed my schedule. The second is spirituality. This is someone you're going to have children with. How spiritual is she? How spiritual is he? Are you okay with it? Because if someone does not respect the person that created him or her, is it you she will respect? Is it you he will respect? So we have to be very careful. Now the third one is how does she handle money, or how does he handle money? I remembered, normally when you see love through the sense of emotion, the guy attracted, you don't think how does she handle money, how he handle money. It's after 4 years, you are giving yourself hell and other things, you need to consider that. It's very important. I remember there was a time I gave my wife 200 Ghana cedi. I said, I just feel like taking meat and other things. She sat me down and said, "Look, Eunice, we have a son, we are still growing for university, the fees. So I understand you like meat. Let me take 50 cedi, buy the meat, fry for you. I'm okay." So that the 150 just save it. I said, wow, this is amazing. Some women, you give them 500. I've given you 2 months, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it's gone. You have to be okay with it. If you're okay with it, you go with it. If you're not okay, then it's very important. So how does she handle money? Is she a saver or a spender? Is he a saver or a spender? Because if you don't consider the guy how he handles money, one day you'll be married, blessed with children, and you'll be begging financially, which I know you don't know. So any guy that show off, he's trying to look rich. He's not rich, but he's using the little he have to look rich. You have to advise him, because you have to be rich to look rich, not the other way around. Most of the rich guys, they are not even trying to look rich. Most of the rich guys, if you see how they do, very simple. I don't know why broke, poor, so much problem. You want to look rich to impress people who wish you dead. It's very sad. You have to be careful. Now, the fourth one is love language. What is her love language and what is his love language? First of all, what is love language? Love language is what your partner needs to feel loved. Not what you need, what your partner needs to feel loved. Before I understood, I used to quarrel a lot with my wife. She used to quarrel with me because I never understood the pattern of love language. Until I read the 5 love language by Gary Chapman, I got to realize that my love language is words of affirmation and physical touch. If I dress with suit and tie and my wife looked at me, hugged me and said, "Mr. Eunice, today you look handsome, I loved you," and she kissed me from home to my workplace, her thoughts, I'll just be thinking, see some lady, I don't even see them. You know, that is my love language. To another man is different, but that is my love language. Now, do you know my wife's love language? I thought because I loved her, that is what she loved. No, she also has a love language. Her love language is act of service and quality time. For instance, if she's cooking and our son is crying, I should also come and take care of the boy. That is what communicate love to her. Or have a quality time with her. I don't watch TV, I'm not on phone. My attention, she's speaking and listening to her, she feel her. Sometimes when your wife is speaking to you, she doesn't need solution, she just needs you to listen. Just listen. But we guys, no, you should do this, you do it. And if she's not doing it, you get angry. No, I'm giving you solution, you're not doing it. She doesn't need your solution. Can you just listen? Just listen. She just wants to feel heard. She just wants to feel she's not in it alone. Not your solution. It's very important. And the last one is nakedness. If one way to find out your suitable partner is how do you feel when you are naked before the person. Anytime you are naked before somebody and you are not happy, you are scared, that is not your partner. Yes, God made it that way. If you are comfortable before someone when you are naked, you feel home, you feel okay. Sometimes you need to listen to your within you. So who do you feel comfortable with your nakedness? That's your partner. So these are the 5 principles to consider in choosing a suitable partner. First of all, you need to understand that love is not emotion. Firstly, understand the person's character. Secondly, you look at the spirituality. The third one, how does the person handle money? The fourth one, what is the love language? Because if many guys come to me saying, I've done a lot for the lady. Yes, she said, I've done nothing. I say, yes, you are not communicating the language she understands. Some girls say, I've done a lot. Ladies who come to my office, I've done a lot for the guy, but he said, I've done nothing. Yes, you are not communicating the language she understands. You see, my phone number is 0542460648. If you mistakenly change and do it 0542460649, you won't get me. It's a code. Love language is how to reach me. So if you don't communicate a way to, it's just like Chinese and English. If your husband understands Chinese and you are speaking English, it won't work, you know, it won't. And the last one is you need to be with someone you feel comfortable with. Some women, they are with some men, when the man comes, she got frightened. How can you be with such a man? Because some men, when they see a woman, their heart is beating. I know a guy, he will sit 11 p.m. before he will go home, he's scared. A woman should be, when you see from work when you are going home, and she's truly the one, you should be running, not to run away from home. Are you serious? So we have to make sure that you are comfortable with the person. It's very important. And well known with this statement, status in the world is not defined by what work you do, but by how well you do it. It doesn't matter what you do, whatever you do, give it your all, and everybody around you shall benefit from it. And remember, be givers in life. Don't wait for people to show you love. Give love. And remember what Prophet said, but this time around, let me not do like you, let me give you this one. It's about the heart. He went to the Prophet and said, Prophet, how do we know? Wama jihad al-akbar ya Rasulullah. Which of the jihad of God does God fancy a lot? God loved to see his slaves do it. Which of them? So they went to say, Wama jihad al-akbar ya Rasulullah. Which of the jihad is greatest in the sight of God? We thought Prophet would mention something. He said, no, jihad al-nafs, your ability to control your heart. A great person is not someone who can raise macho, who can raise metals, who can kill people. Someone who can control your heart. If your wife is angry, can you control your heart? Because anger and anger cannot solve the problem. If your husband is hurt and angry, can you control your heart? And jihad al-nafs. That is what we do. So I'll give thanks to my deputy manager OJ. I also give thanks to secretary and makeup artist Madam Jessica. I also like to give thanks to Ene Selom and Exhibit, my production assistant. And I would like to give thanks to the director Joe Gameli. And I would like to give thanks to my cherished listeners, my audience. And I would like to give thanks to Almighty God. And give thanks to myself too, I think so. Yeah. So God bless you. God bless you. Stay tuned for a new upload.